Hi. I'm replacing our own master of ceremony, the girl from Romania, or otherwise. People think she's a vampire.
I am.
She's from Cluj. So I would like to take this opportunity and introduce you to Ioana Kerean, who is going to talk about web compatibility. Right? She didn't, to be honest, she didn't let me do the introduction. She has a whole slide of her own doing stuff. But I would like to take this opportunity and say that she's one of the volunteer superstars, and it's really amazing to have people volunteer all of their free time into changing the web and make it more open and public accessible for everyone. So I would like to, a round of applause for her. Are you ready already?
Yeah.
All right.
So it works till now, I don't know what's happening. But don't worry, we have always a backup. And that will be to just go with the space. Before, as always, the master of ceremony, I have to tell this at each session. Please check out our code of conduct, which is under the bit.ly/FOSDEM COC. If you're a developer, we have a survey for you over there. It's bit.ly/FOSDEM 17. If you're not already using Firefox nightly, please do that and download the build from nightly.mozilla.org. And if you're already here, you probably contribute to open source. If you want to tell us why you contribute to open source, why this is important for you, we have another survey, surprise, surprise, at bit.ly/why open source. Can you hear me in this one? No. No? 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 I have to yell? Crazy. I'm kidding. So, as my colleague said, I'm going to talk to you about why it's important to have mobile compatibility nowadays. And honestly, it's a very important talk for me because it's definitely one of my experiences, really personal. I work all day on mobile, so I'm affected by this many times. You'll probably wonder who is Ioana indeed. As Krista says, I'm a volunteer for Mozilla more than 7 years now. I'm also volunteering for European Commission in the program that they have Code Week. If you want to talk about this later on, ping me. And in my daily job, because I have to make money to survive, I'm leading a QA team back in Romania in a small, in a company locally there. And why I said to Ioana in the slide previously is because it seems it's a trend nowadays. Everybody to call me Ioana, even if my email has an I, very simple on that, and everybody makes fun of me right now. They literally don't call me Ioana anymore. Everybody's, oh, you're Ioana, what are you doing? I'm not mad, don't worry, but from Ioana to Ioana, it's a big way, so we are making improvements there. We're going to talk about compatibility, as I mentioned, and we are going to go deeper into the web part, and especially we'll emphasize the mobile issues that I found. As I mentioned till now, it's a personal topic for me because the examples that I will show you are from my daily work on mobile stuff and not necessarily as a QA. As a simple user that travels or goes to FOSDEM or wants to ride her bikes in the city that she lives. I'm going to show you some stats from Mozilla Developer Network about why this is important and also a solution that we have through the platform Web Compatibility. As I mentioned, the personal experience. Here you can see that some of the issues I entered. First one is about the website Couchsurfing. I'm not sure if you use that, but I used it for one of the conferences I attended in the Netherlands because I had a friend there that she used that. She recommended it to me, and I was trying to ping my host, but with the mobile platform over there, I would have never seen the description of her, like where to meet her, to give me the keys and stuff like that. If you see this panel here is moved a bit, so I could not reach it at all. Trying to pan it, it won't work at all. The second screenshot, I visited last year Stockholm, and I wanted to be a fancy girl, you know, have a cool dinner. They had a Michelin restaurant over there, and I said, like, this is my opportunity. We don't have a Michelin restaurant in Cluj, So I was like, why not? Let's try it. And I went to the website to book a table, and guess what? I was not able to plan the calendar and to pop up, yes, I confirm this day. Of course, I wrote them back afterwards, and I asked them to take out the Michelin star from their site. And the third one is a website on Marshables, article, simple as that. And an image occupied all of my page, and the article was really, really tiny. And one thing that you don't know is my last name is also the blind one, so definitely I could not see everything on that page at all. I mentioned that I ride my bike in Cluj. We have a platform from the town hall, and we can get free bicycles from them for 1 hour. No payment at all for that. But unfortunately, as you ride your bike and you see one station is full, and you have to search for another station, you go online, right? And you get a really nice map, again, bigger than your screen. And you're on a bike, like you stop, you have to look, you have to plan, and time passes and passes is not the experience that you want. The middle one is again about booking a museum entrance. On neither the Chrome mobile, neither Fennec mobile, I could not reach the Sunday. I was in Krakow only that day, and I really wanted to book the museum entrance on Sunday. And I was not able at all. We had to stop, open laptops, everybody, and book the museum entrance by the laptop. The last example that I want to share from my experience is in a conference, European Testing Conference, in Bucharest. They had a call for speakers. I wanted to submit a paper, but when I went from mobile to check the website, I got a really, really nasty display of the Google Doc, and I was like, maybe it's not the conference I would like to speak at. So as I show you this example, you might wonder is why and what causes this. I already displayed several causes of that, and I want to mention especially the one that gets you in the way, because unfortunately some of you, maybe not in this room, outside, definitely not at FOSDEM, the bad ones, are very lazy and they don't want to implement towards all browsers. They don't take into account that they should use web standards, or they should think that user will access more than one browser only. Okay, maybe Chrome has the most users, but we still have users on other platforms. We still have users that we block by using only one browser to develop for. The vendors. Nowadays they are so eager to implement something and to catch in face of the other ones. They do not think about implementing standards and create something in a standardized way. So they start implementing stuff and ship them into the final product without getting the documentation done for the developers in time, without sharing how to implement it, or even more, try to contact other browsers to see why and how they can implement it too. The user agent sniffing, you already know. You probably already have add-ons installed to switch to that, because, of course, we need to hack things out to work. And the growth of the industry, let's face it. We have a lot of people coming in. Not necessarily everybody followed schools or trainings, or not necessarily they are homeschooled or personal school, like say. Many of you, I know, you trained yourself to become a developer. You don't need studies in this domain. But as the industry grows so much, we need more and more people. And unfortunately, the new people are not necessarily the best skilled ones. So we need time to train them, and need time to explain them that it's best to use the standards that we already have and not just fast coding something that works on their station. I love when I enter a bug on Firefox, by the way, and the desktop team always tells me, did you try on the new profile? Like, seriously, who has a new profile all the time? Like this, it works on my machine. Seriously. No, we need to think about the users. They go to our website, and the platform that they use. It might not be the one that we developed for. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm showing also some stats. You can see the article linked in the end. It was a study made by the people of Mozilla Developer Network, and it shows there a few of the numbers that are right now, how many users we have, how many we estimate that they come. And you might think, why would we need compatibility for mobile? Why would you do that? Why would we want to implement and fix it? And if you look around FOSDEM, I'm sorry I didn't go out today from this room, but for sure people outside are still on their phones, checking the schedule, checking Twitter maybe, or sending emails back home that they are still alive. So everybody's with the mobile. I didn't see many people walking around with laptops in their hand like this, carrying. Maybe they had something to eat, not necessarily a laptop. So everything nowadays should work for mobile because we are on the mobile device mostly of our day. If we are not at work, definitely will be the mobile one that you want to access when you want to reach something. And I put the busy bee because everybody, again, it's in a crazy rush all the time. We don't want to waste time to try yet another browser, try yet another machine, or call a friend, hey, do you have the other browser installed, and try it on to see if it works. And yes, I mentioned professionally for you, because I trusted that you want to improve yourself all day long, you want to become a better developer, and you want to give a good experience both for your user or your clients that you work for. Unfortunately, the future doesn't look brighter either. Like, it won't go easy on us. It doesn't mean that if it's not working today, maybe I'll leave it for tomorrow, it will work. No. Unfortunately, these numbers that I presented earlier will go. We'll have even more people coming from the mobile, so definitely we need to get ready for this. You might say, yeah, this girl, she only stays in Firefox. She never heard that we already use some other browser in this world. No, it's not about Firefox. It's about all the browsers. And some of the issues, well, most of the issues that I found, I do check them on Chrome. I don't have Opera, I admit, on my phone, but Chrome at least I have, and I check if it's a problem with Firefox or if it's a problem on all the browsers. So even if you're not using Firefox, but I do encourage you to use it, you can still use the tool that I'm going to present you. And this is like Web Compatibility. Web Compat is a tool, a platform made in GitHub, and it's a repository of issues on which many, around 6 to 10 people from Mozilla work, developers mostly, and we have several community people like me also involved over there. It's not rocket science. Again, it's on GitHub, it's all public again, and you can go right now at the platform and check it out. And I'll show you also how easy it is to work on it. Oh, and by the way, like last week or 2 weeks ago, we implemented this by default with a button in Firefox Nightly if you use it. It was on mobile for almost a year right now. So if you go to a website and you see that it's not working correctly for you, it's not a good experience, you cannot do what you wanted to do, you just have to go to the hamburger menu, we call it, the settings menu right there, and tap on it, and you'll see report site issue. And it will display, well, it will take a screenshot of your page that you're currently in, and we'll also open this kind of a page on the left side to enter more details about what went wrong in your mobile experience. Again, it uses the same desktop. I'm used to say mobile because I work on mobile every day. But it's the same usage for desktop too. So you just have to enter what you did. Hey, I tried to scroll down, I tried to use the calendar, I tried to submit something. It will automatically identify what kind of a build you use on which browser. So that's an easy thing. And it has suggestions like for title, like the layout is messed up, it doesn't work at all in mobile, or the images are not loading and stuff like that. There are a few steps afterwards. If you want to investigate more or to check it out on your own, what's the issue about it. You can use the browser DevTools, and I make a screenshot of the one that we have in Firefox implemented, and it will generate you different resolutions. I found a lot of bugs in the web pages, like with menus, and when I put them on smaller screen, because I'm always splitting my screen into some communication channels, some browsing, maybe even a movie that I'm looking. So the screen that I'm using is very small. And I found a lot of bugs like that because the buttons didn't work or the images just disappeared. I think the same solution is implemented across other browsers too, so don't worry. Testing, understanding which browser have implemented the standards and which have not. And also, if you're a coder, you probably want to check out some of the cross-browsing tools that help you build for all of them. we will see like, okay, she speaks nice, I hope. She has a good point on there, but what is this bringing for me? What will I gain if I'm doing that? And of course, the main point that I put there is the users. Again, this is a solution to unblock the people that are trying to use your products, and unfortunately, they cannot reach you through mobiles or even desktop again. And unfortunately, I heard, I never experienced it, that angry users do leave bad messages, like in Google Play or like in F Play or even on your contact page. And I don't think you're happy when you get such email. And but the cool thing, or the smart thing, again, it's all about improving ourselves. And I think that if you're in the open source world, free and open source world, you are here to learn more each day, and also to try to teach others and to mentor them. So this is, at least for me, for sure the list can be like continued or added more things, but for me it was very important to just mention these 2, 3 of them to make it as a motivation for you to use the web standards more. And I wanted to just showcase some of them. I'm not going to talk much. It's an example that I already fixed within the tool. And you can see there is also a Massa bug, or the hacker one, the hacker news one, so it's not only personal blogs that are not calibrated or something like that. I think I missed a slide there. Yeah, this one. To say, I didn't miss, I just want to say again the steps. If you enter the issue on GitHub, the team will gather almost daily, I think, to triage the issues. And that means that they will look if it's really a web bug or not, if they have a solution for it or it's just not working because you're not configuring something on your end. And most of the times, we are successful to find this very easily in a few days, and we will provide within the issue the solutions that we have. The next step will be really easy if you are the user that contacted that website, try to use it, and you maybe know them. You can just reach them out and say, hey guys, I reported this issue on the website because I could not use it, and the nice people of Mozilla already gave a solution how to fix it, and here's it, you can implement it. But if you don't know them, or you don't have the time, or you don't want to write emails, there is again a community of people that will try to do that for you, including myself. And we just go on the website and try to see a contact page. Maybe the developer that made it most of the time is written there. And we again reach out to him and tell him that we have a solution for the issue reported to their own website. Most of the times people are really nice, and they do correct that and do implement the solutions gave there. And after that, we just verify that indeed it's fixed, and we made the web better. If you're wondering on which of these steps you can contribute, I will say that all of them. But especially if you're a developer, I think you will really like to pick on others' work to see where they made mistakes, and try to again teach them the better form of doing things. I've also added some resources out of time to the people that really work on the project, the developers especially, because they have good articles also about the major things that they encountered. From the mobile side was a really fight on the WebKey stuff. Everything was implemented in a way so we could not see it at all. Or we had issues when the user agent just did not recognize Firefox Mobile in my case, and they didn't display it all the mobile version of the page, even if they had it. That was my upset moment. Also linked the Mozilla developer page from which I took the screenshots out. If you want to learn more about the study that the nice guys from over there did, please go and read. It's very, I would say, stuffed with details, very juicy details about platforms, which are most used, which are the most encountered bugs again, localized locales of each browser, and other things like these details. And if you have questions for me, I'm over here all day again, and you can read me on Twitter or the guys at Web Compat, and the slides are already available at the link mentioned below. If you have questions? No? You see, you told them I'm a vampire and now they are scared. And he's on his phone. He doesn't even listen to us. Okay, well, thank you so much for this. And if you have questions, you can also put me here.